of the Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry. We welcome you specially. And now to recognize the people from the UBA team, I start with the group head, Retail, Digital and Transaction Banking, Mr. Shamsuddin Fashola. You are very welcome, sir. Please, let's celebrate him. Thank you. Also, I have Mr. Olukayode Olubi, Head Digital Banking. Please, let's see you wherever you are. Mr. Kayode Olubi. Okay. Is still in transit? I'm told. Okay. We also have Mr. Babatunde Ajayi, Head Business Banking. Oh, thank you. You are welcome, Mr. Ajayi. And we have Mr. Uche Elenya, Retail Banking. He's still on his way. All right. Thank you very much. At this time, I would want the President and Chairman of Council to please give us his speech while we'll come to other activities after his speech. You are welcome, sir. Please, let's celebrate him as he comes forward. We can do it better. Thank you.
The CEO of UBA, that is ably represented by the group head, Retail, Digital and Transaction Banking, Mr. Shamsuddin Fashola, to the top executives, staff of UBA who are here, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, deputy presidents, a few of our directors and vice presidents will join us very soon. We just finished a meeting and they'll be joining us in the course of the event. DG, it's always a very special pleasure to welcome UBA. UBA has been our top line partner since 2017 or thereabouts, 2017-18, and they have consistently done that. So if you begin to suspect that UBA and LITF have some business which they are doing as shareholders, you probably will not be too far from the fact that UBA and LITF is a joint. One of our vice presidents, two vice presidents are coming in now. Welcome. Chairman of Trade Promotion Board, Deputy Treasurer, Mr. Agbenga Olambiwaninu. The others will be joining us quite soon. So it's a real pleasure, UBA, that you are here. You are one of those partners that contribute to building the brand that is called LITF, because you have been very, very consistent. If anything, we are Chairman Trade Promotion Board is saying that this family should be doing more than they are doing now. So, so we expect many more years of collaboration. We were your colleagues at the beginning. I had advised UBA, why don't you just sign up for many years? So all this ritual of negotiation, and these last 2 years, you are negotiating with your colleagues, a banker that is a banker of bankers, so it's more difficult for you. If you had negotiated when you were not dealing with a banker, you probably have got a better deal. But dealing with Prince Olashere, you know, it's not a tough one. It's not an easy one, so to say. But yes, so UBA, in practice, we have a long-term relationship, which we are renewing from time to time, but we might want to sort of do more work in structuring it. So it's a real pleasure to welcome you all to the UBA Special Day at the ongoing 2025 fair. On behalf of Council and members of LCCI, I would like to express our profound appreciation to the management and staff of UBA for their consistent partnership I said that before the formal address, for their consistent partnership, innovation, and leadership in the financial services industry. For regular visitors to the fair, the UBA branch of the fair is almost like part of the furniture of the fair. They come every year and they see a branch of UBA there. And it's all part of what the relationship has brought. And so we are looking at it even growing bigger. The generic theme for the fair, connecting businesses, creating value, underscores the importance of collaboration, networking, and shared innovation as key drivers of wealth creation, trade partnerships, and productivity growth. It highlights the power of meaningful engagement as a catalyst for inclusive prosperity and sustainable business development. UBA stands tall as one of Africa's truly global brands, a financial institution that continues to demonstrate excellence, resilience, and a deep commitment to economic growth across the continent. Across the continent, I think 22 countries, we're in 22 countries now, UBA, 24 countries and counting. So UBA is really and truly living to its name. It's a bank for Africa. With operations in over 24 African countries, key international financial centers. So that's why it is global. It's in Europe, it's in America. I think so far the only bank, Nigerian bank that has a banking license, right? In America. It's in the Asian part of the world, it's in the Middle East. So this is a truly global brand that have come out of this country. The bank has become a symbol of African enterprise, innovation, and integration. So this UBA is definitely playing a big role in the intra-Africa trade story. Each year we see more products from UBA that enable us all to do business across Africa seamlessly. We probably will get some more innovations in that direction during this fair. Through strategic investments in digital banking, SME financing, and trade facilitation, UBA has empowered millions of individuals and businesses with access to modern financial solutions. Its unwavering support for entrepreneurship, technology-driven banking, and sustainable financing continues to make a significant contribution to Nigeria's economic transformation and regional development. Our trade promotion goals align perfectly with UBA's mission to connect people with enterprises across borders, not just across African borders, but now across all borders in all the continents of the world, driving inclusive prosperity through seamless financial solutions. The bank's digital innovation platforms, from Leo, the virtual banker, to its robust mobile and online banking systems, have redefined customer experience and positioned UBA at the forefront of Africa's digital banking revolution. In recent years, Nigeria's financial landscape has undergone a remarkable transformation, driven by policy reforms, digital innovation, and the expansion of financial inclusion. Yet challenges remain, namely macroeconomic volatility, inflationary pressures, infrastructural gaps, cybersecurity threats, and limited credit for MSMEs. However, these challenges also open opportunities for the financial sector to leverage technology, innovation, and collaboration in creating more value for the economy. As we celebrate UBA today, we also acknowledge its far-reaching contributions to financial inclusion, youth empowerment, and corporate social responsibility through the UBA Foundation. These initiatives embody a deeper purpose and a commitment, not only to profits, but also to progress and to people. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, as this special day unfolds, I encourage all participants to engage, connect, and explore the wide range of innovative financial solutions that UBA offers. The bank's presence here reminds us that finance is not merely about transactions. It is about enabling dreams, building enterprises, and advancing Africa's shared economic future. On this note, I once again congratulate the United Bank for Africa PLC for its achievements and its enduring partnership. We look forward to even greater milestones as UBA continues to champion excellence, innovation, and inclusion across Africa's banking and financial landscape. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. Let's celebrate him once again as he goes to his seat. So, I was trying to see what I can say about the United Bank for Africa. But I think with the speech of the president, he has said everything about the company. He had mentioned that they are in 24 countries across 4 continents, and they also have a good history of having been 76 years old, a company that had operated for 76 years old. Please, let's celebrate the brand again, and also having them here is a plus to who they are. At this time, let's give it to the person who knows more about digital banking, who has an understanding of retail, who has an understanding of transaction banking. I was going to think that either it's retail, either it's digital, it's all transaction banking. But they broke it into 3 different parts: retail, digital, and transaction banking. Mr. Shamsuddin Fashola will tell us more about this in a bit. You are welcome, sir. Please come over. Please, let's celebrate him. If not that he works at a bank, I would have said we need to have a lucky dip. I would have said we will have a lucky dip, but you work at a bank. Okay.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's always a pleasure to be here. When the president was reading his speech, I was wondering whether we actually shared notes before I put that speech together. Thank you again for having us here. When I was coming in today, I tried to look around the fair. I was pleasantly surprised at the great improvement I saw, the level of participation. You barely have any space left that is not covered this year. Congratulations again. That's a major improvement. I was also sharing with the chairman, I was at Guangzhou 3 weeks ago, the Canton Fair. And I said, what we're doing here, they've been doing it for years. I learned it's the 138th edition is what they are this year. And at this trajectory, maybe in the next 5-10 years, we'll start competing favorably with the kind of thing that we're seeing there. And given the level of industrialization we're seeing in Nigeria too, on the back of the improved macroeconomic condition, I see things improving very well, and we see more of visitors, more of people that are coming to display their wares at the fair in years to come. But let me go to the reason why I'm here. I have the singular honor and privilege to present on behalf of my Group Managing Director, CEO of UBA PLC, Mr. Oliver Alawuba. I'll stand on existing protocol to manage our time. And when I complete my speech, I'll call my colleagues to come up here and share some of the products, fantastic product that we have for our teaming customers. Good afternoon, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, esteemed representative of Lagos International Trade Fair team, the government official, industry leaders here, partners, and valued guests. On behalf of United Bank for Africa, it is my honor to welcome you to this year's Lagos International Trade Fair. a remarkable platform that continues to connect innovation, enterprise, opportunity across our great nation and, of course, the continent. For over 17 years, UBA has been at the forefront of financial inclusion and digital transformation in Africa, empowering individuals, small businesses, and large enterprise to thrive in a rapidly changing world. Our participation in this fair is a testament to our commitment to supporting trade, commerce, and entrepreneurship at every level. In today's dynamic economy, convenience, speed, reliability are the art of banking, and at UBA we continue to innovate to meet the evolving needs of our customers. We are therefore very proud of our growing suite of digital and payment solutions. Please permit me to mention a couple of them while my colleagues will come up here to double click on them. On collection solution for customers who have needs to collect money on time, correctly, and without need to worry about reconciliation and all that. We have suites of products for you, ranging from our UBA POS, our virtual account solution, our pay with transfer solution, and all of that. For those who are selling online, for e-commerce, or for our gig economy, those who are selling on social media and all that, we also have web payment solutions for you that allows you to not only collect money from those who are buying from you online, it also allows you to reconcile without needing to get an accountant to reconcile those collections for you. And we'll talk about that later today. And for all individual customers too, we do have something special for you. Is Richard here? I don't want to unveil it yet. For those who are banking with UBA, I will give you an exercise here today and just give it a try. And that trial will surely convince you. When my colleagues come in here, you would talk about it. And for those who travel or go around doing their businesses as individuals, we have a lot of card product for you that allows you not only to have access to your account while you are in Nigeria. Even if you travel overseas, you don't have to worry about looking for dollars or pounds or RMB if you go to Guangzhou to do transactions. They can actually use your Naira card to do transactions all over the world. That we also talk about it. When the Mr. President was talking about some of the innovative products in UBA, he made mention of how we facilitate trade across Africa. And we recognize the fact that a lot of banks are asking you to download mobile apps today so that you can do transactions on their platform. And we are saying to you, you don't have to download any mobile app if you want to do transaction in UBA. Right there, while you are chatting with your friend on WhatsApp, you can actually do transaction using our Leo chatbot. Now, those transactions are not just for local transactions. So if you want to transfer money to your friends, your colleagues, your family, and all that, you can actually do cross-border transfers. So if you're a trader and you want to buy kente dress in Ghana, and you want to transfer money to the seller of that kente dress in Ghana, all you need to do is go on our WhatsApp platform, chat with Leo that please send 2,000 CDs to my business partner in Ghana, in Kumasi. Right on that platform, you use Naira, you debit your Naira account, and your business partner gets CD in Kumasi. Right there on WhatsApp channel. You don't have to download any mobile app. That's actually the first in Africa, the first in Nigeria, and of course the first in Africa, where you can actually do such cross-border transaction on your platform you are very comfortable with. Be it WhatsApp, be it Facebook platform, you can actually do those transactions. These solutions reflect our deep understanding of customer needs and our determination to deliver technology-driven banking experience that empower both individuals and businesses to achieve a lot more. As we look into the future, UBA remains unwavering in our mission to lead innovation across Africa banking landscape. We are constantly exploring new ways to make financial services more accessible, more efficient, more rewarding for every customer. We also look forward to deepening our collaboration with Lagos International Trade Fair team and other stakeholders working together to drive commerce, support entrepreneurship, and strengthen the digital economy that powers Nigeria's growth. At UBA, our journey is one of continuous innovation and partnership, and we invite you to watch out for even more groundbreaking solutions and initiatives in the months to come. Thank you very much for your attention. Thank you. Permit me to generally introduce my colleagues here who are with me, and we are going to be doing justice to this exercise. With me here is Babatunde Ajayi, who is a subject matter expert in SME. So he's SME. He's the head of our SME business. He'll be coming up to speak to some of our propositions for SMEs, both in Nigeria and across Africa. Also here with me is Kayode Olubiyi. I've not seen him in the room. He's coming in now. Kayode Olubiyi will be speaking to some of our digital innovations that we have. My colleague Richard Akinyemi will also be speaking to some interesting products that we have for individuals, especially loan products. Is there? Okay. Let me speak to that quickly, since that is in the front burner. So typically when you need a loan from the bank, they will ask you, do you have salary account with that bank? Right? For those individuals, if you don't have salary account, they will say, are you a trader? You need collateral to have access to loan in the bank. But in UBA, a couple of weeks ago, we launched a new product we call Click Credit Plus. All you need to do is to bank with UBA and ensure that you are doing transactions on a regular basis. And anytime you need loan, you just dial *919*28#. So if you have an account with UBA right now, you can just pick up your phone, either a smartphone or a feature phone. Just dial *919*28. If you are eligible for that loan, if you are eligible for the loan, in the next 2 minutes, your account will be credited. No questions asked. Now, that is possible on the back of technology. So we are using AI, ML-powered engine to appraise your capacity to pay back. And based on that, your capacity to pay back, we're able to avail you loan. And we believe you will surely pay back. Again, this is driven by technology. So we want to implore you, if you don't have an account with UBA today, please speak to any of our team here. They will open the account for you instantly. Can you all raise up our team, UBA team, that can open the account instantly for guys? All right, thank you. All right, please permit me to bring on the stage my colleague, Babatunde Ajayi, who will speak to our offerings for SMEs and businesses. Thank you.
Good afternoon, Mr. President, and the VPs present. Please permit me to stand on the on existing protocols. Okay, I would just want to go through some of the value-adding products we have for businesses. I know we have a lot of exhibitors here, and we also have some of them even from outside Nigeria. I just want to speak to few of our products that will make impact and that can be taken, you can have access to them while you are here. The first one I want to talk about is the micro business loan we are selling now for virtually all businesses, SME, small and micro businesses. It's just small money. It's up to 5 million at 9%. When I say 9%, it's 9% per annum. You can have access to that loan. In fact, my colleagues are all here, and based on the feedback we've gotten from the exhibitors here, most of them, they want to take that loan, and it's available for every business holder. So far, your business is registered, and it's registered for up to 1 year, and you have enough turnover in your business. You have a bank account where you have good turnover, you'll be able to have access. That's UBA's way of bringing down, try to reduce the cost of running your business. You know, when you compare 9% to about 35%, you see a gap of about 24% there. Therefore, is a very, very value-adding proposition for our SME, especially between the micro and the nano, micro, small, and the nano segment. I recall last year when we came here, I told us about our partnership with the Africa Continental Free Trade Area. We are partnering with AFCFTA to give loans to SMEs across 20 countries in Africa of up to $6 billion. And that partnership is for 3 years. This is the 3rd year in a row. By next July, that 3rd year will have elapsed, and we'll sign another partnership. What are we trying to do? We're trying to ensure that African businesses are able to play well within the continent, and they are able to export to other continents. One of the things we are trying to do is to ensure that whatever we are exporting from Africa is not just raw materials. We want to add value. We want to move up within that value chain and be able to earn much more dollars. And that's what we're doing. Within this product, you can have access to up to $150,000 to buy machinery, to buy equipment, for you to be able to add value to whatever you are exporting. Take, for instance, those who are exporting raw cocoa. Now you can buy the equipment to be able to add value to that cocoa, turn it to cakes that is far more expensive than the normal raw cocoa, and you'll be able to move up the value chain and be able to get more dollars. And we're already doing that for our customers all over the country. But it's not just Nigeria. As I told you earlier, this is currently going on in all the 20 countries of our presence within Africa. This product actually focuses on 4 sectors. And I will tell you the 4 sectors. I will not just tell you the 4 sectors. I want to break it down so that if you are within the sector, you will know if you qualify to be able to get loans within this sector. These 4 sectors were chosen. The 4 sectors are as follows. We are looking at agribusiness. Agribusiness was chosen because most countries in Africa, their economies are agrarian in nature. Therefore, whatever you want to do in Africa, whatever intervention you want to make as a global bank, working with AFCFTA, it must first affect positively people within the agro sector, agro-business sector. The second one is pharmaceutical. If you recall what happened during the COVID, I don't want to recall that again, but it wasn't a palatable experience. And what we have said is that under our watch, that will never happen again. We'll be self-sufficient in producing the drugs we need. Therefore, under this platform, if for people, businesses operating within that ecosystem, pharmaceutical ecosystem, you'll be able to have access to loan. The third one is transport and logistics. You can't talk about intra-Africa trade without talking about transport. There's no way, if you don't get transport right, there's no way you'll be able to move goods from one place to the other. And the final sector is automotive sector. Let me give you the breakdown of the businesses, the clusters we are focusing on all these sectors. Just give me a minute. Okay, let me start from transport and logistics. We are looking at travel agent businesses. If you have friends who is into travel agents, we can give them money with little or no collateral to be able to enhance their business. You know, travel agents are the one, they are the one providing logistics for people traveling from one country to the other. We are very, very interested in that area. If you have people who are into transport business, they have buses carrying people across borders or carrying goods across borders. We are interested in that. They can have access to these loans. Then packaging, people who are into packaging for exports. If your business is into packaging for export, this partnership with AFCFTA, you'll be able to have access to the loan. The loan has a discount. The pricing is discounted, and you'll be able to have access. Maybe you are into international freight and forwarding, or you are a shipping agency. You can have access to this loan because you are still within the transport and logistic sector that is helping to enhance intra-Africa trade. Let me go to the next sector. I go to pharmaceutical. I believe we are very, very conversant with that. You talk about people who are packaging drugs, people who are within that value chain. Not only if you're an accountant and what you are doing is all your customers are within the healthcare sector and pharmaceutical sector. And if you can prove it, you'll be able to have access to this because you are within that value chain. You'll be able to have access to it. If you are providing raw materials for producing pharmaceutical drugs, you'll be able to have access. There are people who are, they are into, the aggregators, they aggregate starch, or what you call cassava, and they turn it into starch, which is one of the things they use to produce the concentrates for pharmaceutical products. We are ready to do such people. So far you are within that value chain, you'll be able to have access to this loan. If you are into medical supply and distributors, whether you are a pharmacist, you have a retail pharmacy stores, you'll be able to have access. You can have access to 25 million with no collateral. So far your turnover is okay. For 1 year, you can have access to that. You can have access, if you want bigger loan, you can have access to an equivalent of $150,000, which should be around 175 to 200 million. Based on agreed collaterals, you'll be able to have access to that. I've talked about pharmaceutical. Let's just go to agro-business. As I said earlier, if you are into export, whether you are exporting cashew, you are exporting coffee, you are exporting cocoa, whatever you are exporting, agro product that you are exporting, we are ready to support you. If you are within that value chain, maybe what you are doing is you are providing logistic support for exporters. We are ready to support that. Or what you do is that you go to farm gates as a local buying agent. All you do is that you gather all these crops from different farms, you buy them, and you store them in your own warehouse, expecting to sell to exporters. Yes, we'll support your business. And the collateral requirement is very, very low so that more people will have access to that loan. Even if you are producing oil, you are the one turning we are turning groundnut, you are turning groundnut to oil, or you are producing palm oil, we will support you. The reason for supporting you is because those products, despite the fact that we produce them here, we still import so much. If you know the level of our import bill on those products is very, very high. Therefore, we'll support players within those sectors. If you are producing grains that are exported, we will support you. If you are the type that is producing Zobo drink, you are producing tiger nuts, within that ecosystem, please, you can approach any UBA branch and you'll be supported under this AFCFTA partnership. Finally, let's look at automotive. When you are talking about automotive, you know, the tendency is for us to have assembling plants, where these assembling plants, all the spare parts, all the parts for the assemblage, they are imported from other countries. We want to reduce that. We want to be able to have at least 30% to 50% of our locally produced goods to be used as part of that assembling And that's why we are supporting all the businesses within that automotive business. If you have, take for instance, those who manufacture tire in Nigeria, or you retread tire, or you recycle tire, we'll be able to support that business. What that does is that instead of the country importing tires, we can retread the one we have existing. We can even recycle and reproduce the ones that have been used. Therefore, that will reduce the dollar bill on the country and will support the business, such businesses within that ecosystem. And this trade fair, let me now leave the partnership. This trade fair actually gives access to markets to our customers, and that's one of the strategies of the bank in trying to open new marketplaces for our customers. And that's why we've been supporting the LCCI on this LITF for the past 7 years. And we want to assure you we'll continue to support, because this aligns perfectly with the objective and the strategy of the bank. I'll be leaving the stage for my colleague. I told you I'll be very, very short. For my colleague Uche to come and take us on retail products. Thank you. Please note that after our sessions, we'll give you time to ask your questions and we'll answer. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Good afternoon, everybody. Kindly permit me to stand on existing protocols. So here at UBA, we cater for all customer category on the personal liability side, right? Whatever segment the customer may be it an employed customer, be it an entrepreneur, or even the students, the bank has products that speak to each of these categories. And just to mention some of the products, we have products that just the regular savings that everyone knows. But then we also have the slightly variant savings that we call the bumper. And for that bumper, the banks gives our customers the opportunity to win lots and loads of prizes. I will come back to that in due time. Then we also have the salaried accounts. Here at UBA, we have a lot of discounts for salary accounts. We have discounts that also we give to customers when they want to take some consumer loans from us, just because your salary account is domiciled with UBA. And then we know that there are the Gen Zs, the Gen As, the Gen anything you want to call it, who wants some fly on their accounts, right? And so the bank has the next gen account. That's what they call it. And mind you, next gen was there before the gen. So we saw it coming. So we're already expecting the Gen Z, the Gen A. So we already anticipated, right? After Gen Z, there's Gen Alpha. Am I correct? After Gen Alpha, what would the Gen be? Gen what? Whatever Gen is, it is the next Gen. And then the bank has a product to cater for those customer category. And so the next Gen speaks mostly to students, to corpers, and we also have products to speak to the teens, right? The teens, you have a child and you want the child to start very early to start learning financial management. We have products that you can give to the child while you control the inflow and the outflow. So you have that product, you monitor everything the child does. It's an opportunity for you to train the child on how to manage his funds, right? So the bank has those products. But then let me just speak a bit about some promos that we have ongoing. UBA is a global bank, and UBA has the interest of our customers at heart. So we understand that there are customers who have been banking with us for one reason or the other. They haven't been doing a lot of business with the bank. The bank wants you to come back. And we are not just asking you to come back. We want you to come back for something. So the bank has a promo that is ongoing at this time. So if you have a UBA account and it is inactive, please go and reactivate that account at this time, and you could win some money. That's one of the promos that we have ongoing. Another campaign we have ongoing is what we call the funding campaign. So peradventure you had opened the account and somehow you did not remember to fund it. We are asking you to come and fund that account, and then you also would stand the chance to win. But then the last one I want to speak about is what we call the Super Saver campaign. I decided to leave it for the last because we are storming the trade fair on Friday and Saturday with our activation. Now, how does it work? You have your bumper or your savings account. You fund your bumper account with a minimum of 5,000. Then you have one slot into the draw. Right? You have 50,000. You have 10 slots into the draw. For each 5,000 you have extra slots. Every month, the bank rewards customers just for saving. It's your money, right? But the bank still rewards you. And so what we are coming to do in LCCI on Friday and Saturday would be to open this account for you, and then here at LCCI on Saturday, we will reward some customers with some money, right? And so we expect to, if you do not have a UBA account, please tell your neighbor to tell your neighbor to tell your neighbor's neighbor that he has to come on Friday, open this account so that he can stand a chance to win. Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Thank you so much, Mr. Ochena. Please, let's give him a better round of applause. Okay. Is Mr. Kayode in the building yet? Not yet. Okay. At this time, we'll proceed to questions and answers. Whoever has questions in the room should please let us know. You can signify by raising up your hands. Thank you. Any question for the UBA team? Please help me get the mics around. If seeing the mic would inspire one or two questions. Okay. Should I proceed? There's no question. We all understand what has been said. Okay, you have a question. Okay, please come over, please.
Yes, you spoke about the activation on Friday. Should people wait till Friday before opening this account, or they can start opening now so that they will also have access? They will also have access on that day, please.
Okay, thank you. Just to make it very clear, even if you have opened the account before, you stand a chance to win the general promo, the draw that we have every month, right? But for LCCI, specific accounts that will be opened during this period at this event, you stand a chance to win something on Saturday. So if you haven't opened now, or you want to open, yes. So you have, please, UBA, my colleagues are here. You can approach any of them. You open your account. You stand a chance to win anything on Saturday. But then we will be here with all our armory on Friday and Saturday. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. So UBA ask question, UBA answer question. That's fine. Okay. At this time, people have been inspired when they had gifts. Okay. Please, can we help get the mic to the person who has a question? Let's be snappy about it.
Good afternoon. My name is Vivian. You talked about loan for agro sector. That's the agri sector, right? Right? So, how can people get to know about this, like farmers? Because I know the agro sector is for the agricultural sector. So, how do you make it known for farmers to come into it? Is it known for farmers? Is it open for farmers as well?
Please have the mic. Have the mic. Joseph.
Okay, thank you very much for that very good question. The sector of focus actually is agro processing. That's whatever you have as the output of the farm, not primary agriculture. I hope you're getting me. Do you understand? If I talk about cocoa, if I talk about cashew, those are outputs from the farm. I'm not talking about people planting that. I'm talking about people who are making use of the output. Agro output. If you talk about people working with leather, take for instance in the north, you are working on shoe. You know, we import so much of that into this country on a yearly basis. If you have a very good shoe factory or shoe business using leather, we'll support them because they are doing two things. They have there is that opportunity for exporting, one. Secondly, they are helping us to reduce our import bill as a country. And those are focus areas. Thank you, please.
Okay. Thank you so much. So, any other person? Okay. This is the last one so that we wrap up in good time and we can still go on a tour of their branch here at the trade fair. Thank you.
Good afternoon, UBA Group. Droja is my name. I'm an account holder 227832295. And I would like to really know what the parameters that qualifies one for a loan. Sometimes ago, it started with my salary account when I was still in service with Nitel, the retirement, and even of date, still collecting my pension. The question I want to ask is that the pension, is it not a salary, or what do you term it to be? This time around, you said we should dial star 919, star 28, and ask for a loan. And he said I'm not eligible. Yes. There was a particular point in time, about 2 years ago, no, less than that, I was having over 40 million in the account. And I needed 10 million loan to get a property while awaiting another fund from another source. And they turned me down. So what are the real parameters that make someone eligible when I've been backing with you for, about 2 decades?
Thank you, sir. So because he's an elder that asked the question, it must be the Oga Palawata that will answer it.
He's actually right. I decided to answer that question personally. To start with, thanks a lot for banking with us for that long. We really appreciate that relationship. Thank you very much, sir. Okay. So the loan I talked about, I'll come back to your question. I talked about that digital loan where you can just dial that short code to access the loan. It's a no question asked loan. It's for people that are very actively using their account. And we also set some criteria to determine who qualifies for that loan. One of that criteria is age. We've taken out certain age category. People that are below 18 years and people that are above 60 years. So typically when you dial that short code, if you are within that age range that are not included, you will not be eligible for that loan. Now, as individual, you can access loan if you truly have underlying transaction. Now, why do banks this loan? Let me just provide that detailed information. We provide loan to people that we believe can pay back. Now, the question is, how do you know you can pay back? How do we know? We only know, number one, by your transaction pattern. If you see the type of inflows that comes into account, we say for a fact, okay, this person has capacity to pay back. Now, if you're a salary earner, of course, we know your salary will always come in. Now, for pensioned customers, we are bound by some regulation as to how we can give loan to people that are receiving pensions, because the law does not want pensioners to tie their pension to loan, because at that age we expect you to just live on that pension. Of course, a lot of people retire but they are not tired. That's the point we're making, sir. People are still very actively doing business and they need additional funds to do business. So in that situation, you have to come in and we examine that business that you want to do or that requirement on a one-on-one basis. On the merits of that, we can extend loan to you. But because that age, the law does not allow us to give loan that is tied to that pension. We are not allowed to do that. That's why we're not able to give you that loan. But if you have one transaction and we can see the cash flow pattern that is going to pay that loan, of course, by all means, we treat it as a business transaction, not as a personal loan. I hope I've answered that question. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, sir. Okay, at this time, we'll be having the plaque presentation, and I would want to call on the President and Chairman of Council of LCCI to please come forward, also followed by Mr. Samsudeen Fashola to receive it from him. All right, sir. All right. Please, the senior people from UBA, please join. Thank you. The Deputy President and the Trade Promotion Board Chair, please come up here, the stage. Yeah. Thank you so much, sirs. So before the Chair Trade Promotion Board goes back to his seat, we want him to give us a vote of thanks. Okay, he also has a note. Okay.
The President of the Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Mr. Gabriel Idahosa, Deputy President, Engineer Leye Kupolui. I can see members of the Trade Promotion Board that are here, council members. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I think first of all, let me say a warm welcome to the executives from UBA. I must say this. I am sure that UBA is very proud of their association with the Lagos International Trade Fair. Over the years, they've been a major sponsor. So they must have also experienced how the fair must have grown in leaps and bounds over the years. UBA has seen how this our fair has moved from just a place of buying and selling to becoming a fair where you have ideas that are being exchanged. It's also a fair that we now have multiple fairs in one location. And they can see from this year, we are very happy to have ECOWAS at 50. We are very happy that on the sideline of the LITF, we have the Eco Chocolate Show. On the sideline of LITF, we have the International Paper and Printing Company having a program next door. We were reflecting a minute ago, in which we were saying that the direction of the fair is that we should keep on having so many programs on the side of the Lagos International Trade Fair that will keep on ensuring that the LITF just becomes a place of thought leadership and a place where products will be exposed and where people will come with new ideas. So for UBA, that is our major sponsor, is just now letting them know that it's not a challenge to them, that they must key into all the things that we do. So as I close off this program for UBA, my deep appreciation obviously will go to everybody that has joined us to celebrate one of Africa's most iconic financial institutions. Today's event has been inspiring. It's certainly a reflection of UBA's enduring legacy of innovation, of service excellence, and commitment to advancing trade, enterprise, and inclusive growth. We particularly commend UBA for its continuous investment in digital transformation, SME empowerment, and sustainable finance, which has helped to redefine financial services delivery and certainly expands opportunities for businesses and individuals alike. As we look ahead, like I've said, we'll encourage UBA to build on its remarkable achievements. It must continue to deepen collaboration with stakeholders and in particular continue to deepen its relationship with the Lagos International Trade Fair. So for me, on behalf of the Council and members of Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry, I wish to extend our gratitude to UBA, its leadership and its team for their consistent partnership and contribution to the success of the Lagos International Trade Fair. We certainly look forward to more engagements as the fair continues to progress and continues to expand. May the bar continue to grow stronger beyond the borders that we see, expand its frontiers, and certainly should continue to excel beyond Africa and beyond. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Have a closing national anthem by the Naval Band. Thank you.